David, first of all, I just wondered how freeing it was making a prequel rather than a sequel, in terms of being more original, perhaps, and what you enjoyed about linking this film to the Conjuring universe.
The fact that it was a prequel was what I liked about it, just because a lot of horror sequels, when they do a number two, it's usually sort of just the same movie one more time, with maybe some tweaks here and there. So I was very excited about this being a very different story, a separate story, and it being a prequel means that people can see this even if they haven't seen the first Annabelle. I'm just a fan of the Conjuring movies in general, so it's quite an honor to be able to do my own installment.
And Stephanie, as Sister Charlotte is quite a maternal figure in some ways, isn't she? And obviously she has to be somewhat distant as well. And I just wondered what you enjoyed about that dynamic with the girls, and if in real life you felt a sense of protection, that you didn't want these young ladies to be too scared on set.
I mean, they were not scared at all. It's like they're super brave, but it is, I felt like I automatically was trying to be good for them, to be nice, to protect them, to be there for them. And I feel like that's the best part of my process, that I got to play with to play with how firm and how loving and how caring you have to be with kids, because she's responsible for the kids. So it was a pretty cool experience.
And with the Annabelle doll, obviously this is Annabelle creation, we have to believe that this doll was actually created lovingly for a child, and also that people might want to buy it in a shop as well in the story. Were there any tweaks to the design at all to make her just slightly less scary for this film than what we've seen her before?
Yeah, that was actually James's idea, because he felt that the original design of Annabelle was almost a little too creepy. Like, there would be no normal child would want that doll. So we did sort of soften her features a little bit, and we also changed, because one of her hands was doing a weird thing, so she has similar hands now. But I mean, she's still creepy, You put her in a room and you light her right, and she's still creepy.
And were you ever tempted to make her move or speak even, or how did you find that kind of limitation, perhaps in some ways, of the fact that she can't move?
Yeah, no, I mean, that is sort of the rule of Annabelle, that we never see her actually move. So we have to come up with all these sort of tricks. Like in the movie, we throw a sheet over her, and then the sheet moves around. So technically, we don't see her move. But while it's limiting and kind of hard, it's still, it enables you or it forces you to be creative, to come up with various other ways of just what kind of shape these demonic forces take, around her, which is a lot of fun.
And Stephanie, I believe it was actually you that asked for the set to be blessed. Is that right? And if so, how sort of reassuring did you find it?
I mean, a lot of people think it's ridiculous that I did that because we were doing a horror movie, but I think it's perfectly normal because of the type of movie that we're doing. I heard stories about a priest blessing the set of The Conjuring, and I thought it was a great idea to do it as well with Annabelle creation, because I didn't want any weird things happening on set, and I think it worked.
Yeah, so nothing weird happened. So
yeah.
And I know you have the stunt doll at home, David.
I do.
Whereabouts do you keep it, and has it ever scared you in the night when you've kind of forgotten it's there?
I actually keep it in my guest room. So when we've had guests,
he loves to scare people.
That is
right?
so mean.
Yeah, so when we've had guests now, we've been forced to sort of hide her away in a closet, like in the movie, because people get freaked out by that doll. But I mean, I get along with Annabelle, so I don't have a problem with it.
David, Stephanie, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey, you guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.